We need to keep talking about mental health, and this is Mental Health YouTube Channels That You Need to Follow, Part 6. Did you know that there were so many people out there talking about mental health? Here are the things you need to know about this list. This list is in no particular order, minus a few that I threw in at the last minute. Nobody here has paid me to recommend them. Hashtag not sponsored. Very few people even knew that I was doing this. I don't necessarily agree with everything that everyone on this list says and does. The people on this list may not like anything that I do. This list does not mean that they agree with me. I will try to use their own words to describe what they do, but I'll also likely mix in a little bit of myself. Not everybody on this list is a YouTuber. I will try to highlight the web spaces that they use the most, but I may get it wrong. Some of the people on this list are currently taking a break. I've also linked to social media accounts that they may not currently be using, but I wanted to add those just in case they decide to use them in the future. I am biased, and so this list has biases. This is not every mental health creator ever. Be proactive and find more. There are categories of people missing from the table here. Tell me about mental health creators that you love in the comments. This list is mostly for mental health and/or psychology. Sometimes I may veer a little bit outside of that to make a little bit of room for people. Things may change and channels may look different even as soon as a few months from now. Some of these may not be mental health channels at all later. Please be mindful if you're coming from the future. This took a ton of time to organize and to make pretty graphics for, so if you appreciate it, please subscribe. Here's part 6 of the list. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline provides free and confidential emotional support to people in suicidal crisis or emotional distress 24 hours a day, 7 days a week across the United States. The Lifeline is comprised of a national network of over 160 local crisis centers, combining custom local care and resources with national standards and best practices. National Education Alliance for Borderline Personality Disorder. The mission of NEABPD is to provide education, raise public awareness and understanding, decrease stigma, promote research, and enhance the quality of life of those affected by borderline personality disorder. The Angry Therapist. As he was going through an expired relationship, John Kim created a blog on Tumblr and titled his first post, My Feelings. He named his blog The Angry Therapist and started to document his journey post-divorce. Even though he was a licensed therapist, John chose not to present himself this way. Stacey the Sparkling Star. Never a dull moment in my life. I have many addictions, suffer from many disorders and chronic pain. I am a lost girl inside, always searching for the happy journey ahead. I try to reparent the inner child, and I know that I am here for a reason. We are all here for a reason. I always believe there's more than meets our eyes. Tune in for my confused, crazy, caring self. The Guidance Girl. I'm Emily Roberts, MALPC, also known as the Guidance Girl. My goal is to help you be the most confident person you know. I am a psychotherapist, TV and media psychological contributor, educational speaker, and award-winning author. My book, Express Yourself, A Teen Girl's Guide to Speaking Up and Becoming Who You Are, will give you all the tools you need for communicating with confidence. Psychotherapy Expert Talks. Psychotherapy Expert Talks is a series of interviews with prominent psychotherapy practitioners and researchers. I enjoy listening to the talks to hear directly from people who are practicing in therapies, some of which they created themselves. Undefined Therapy. I'm Rashonda Carey, a licensed therapist. Here on Undefined Therapy, I seek to help others find their own path towards positive mental health. Join the channel that is focused on all things mental health. Black Mental Health Visibility. Fostering safe spaces for mental health visibility within our community. Mental health representation for Black women and women of color. SciShow Psych. Twice a week, SciShow Psych digs into the science of us. SciShow Psych is all about the human brain and how we humans interact with the world. Hosts Hank Green and Britt Garner explain groundbreaking studies and contextualize psychology throughout history. National Institute for Health and Care Excellence. NICE's role is to improve outcomes for people using the NHS and other public health and social care services. We do this by providing evidence-based guidance and advice for health, public health, and social care practitioners, developing quality standards and performance metrics for those providing and commissioning health, public health, and social care services, providing a range of information services for commissioners, practitioners, and managers across the spectrum of health and social care. Canadian Mental Health Association. The Canadian Mental Health Association, CMHA, founded in 1918, is one of the oldest voluntary organizations in Canada. Each year we provide services and supports to more than 1.3 million Canadians through the combined efforts of more than 11,000 volunteers and staff across Canada in over 330 communities. Depression Talks with Immanuel. I've struggled with depression and anxiety all of my life. There have been many times all I wanted to do was give up. I felt hopeless, sad, down, and I thought there was no reason to be here. I know I'm not perfect, and I know depression will be something I have to work daily on overcoming, but that's why I'm here. The more videos I make, messages I receive, and smiles I see, the happier I become. Me and you are on this journey together. Unfortunately, those algorithms out there, they don't do a great job of recommending mental health channels, at least as far as I've seen, so if you like anybody from this list, please go subscribe to them. And remember to share videos like these to bring awareness to mental health health issues. That's it for now, but subscribe to see who else is out there. And don't forget to follow everybody on social media. Those links will be down below. It's not over yet. This is only one part in an entire series of videos highlighting mental health channels and mental health people around the web. So if you want to get more, subscribe.